What's up guys, and welcome back to the BBB Gaming News channel. If you want to hear the other side of the news, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. In today's video, we're going to talk about what seems to be an attack from all angles on Badboy Beaman. So let's crack on with the news. Zelena recently put out a tweet saying, "Oh shit, the rent is due." Now this is obviously in quote marks, as you can see on the screen, and by the images in the tweet that is shown, you can tell it's about Badboy Beaman. If you have a look, it's got a variety of Badboy Beaman's thumbnails from videos which have been aimed towards or included Zelena. Now what you'll see is that this phrase, "oh, the rent is due," or "must be time to pay the rent," is often used by content creators and by their fans alike as an attack or as a jibe against Badboy Beaman. This is nothing new from Zelena, but what's worth noting is that this is actually his first response or his first acknowledgement since Badboy Beaman put out a video accepting Zelena's offer. Zelena initially offered to fly Badboy Beaman and a film crew or a camera crew out to Canada to watch Zelena play Warzone live in the flesh to prove once and for all that Zelena was not cheating. This was Zelena's idea. This was Zelena's proposition. At the time, Badboy Beaman put out a response video explaining that he was unable to fly to Canada due to COVID restrictions in Canada. And whether people actually like this response or not, it was the truth. You can go back and check that at the time, it was impossible for Badboy Beaman to enter the country due to the COVID restrictions in place. In February, after being asked about his proposition in his chat, Zelena actually followed up by explaining that there was no time limit on his offer. And we'll play the clip of this now.
I already gave him an ultimatum months and months ago, and his excuse was that, oh, there was COVID at the time, which is a completely reasonable excuse. Completely reasonable, but I never had a timeline on it. He literally could have waited till the borders were open.
Now, it was plain to me from that video from Zelena's stream that when he said there was no time limit, this should be no time limit. Now, it was only a month after that that BBB actually responded by saying, "You know what, Zelena, I accept your offer. I accept your proposition." He did this in a video, and due to the fact that Zelena included it in that picture that he tweeted, it would be reasonable to say that Zelena has at least seen that there's been a response from Badboy Beaman. Now, in the replies to Zelena's tweet, there were a number of other content creators who had to get involved, clearly. One of them, someone who very rarely fails to get involved, was Modern Warzone. He's put, "I guess he supports cheaters now too," with a clown emoji. Now, this is obviously in response to the fact that BBB did a video in which he said that Modern Warzone supports cheaters, and he featured a lot of the times that Modern Warzone have been pictured meeting up with certain content creators who have been accused of cheating. The timing of Modern Warzone's reply to Zelena and the inclusion of a couple of thumbnails from BBB's videos is obviously a jibe of the fact that BBB recently went to the FaZe/Manchester City event and actually met FaZe Swag. Now, BBB did this with the intent, as he explains in his video, of actually asking Swag a couple of questions and getting a response from him in the flesh. This unfortunately couldn't happen. Swag refused to answer any questions. There was no real fanboy moments. BBB wasn't fawning over any of the creators there. There was a few comedic moments in which he was messing about and shouting swag around Manchester, which, if you watch his video, he points out actually means something completely different in this area of the UK. But that's besides the point. Clearly, Modern Warzone had to get himself involved. He does love to stick himself in the middle of the drama, and once again, he seems to have done exactly that with this reply towards BBB. Now, while we're on the topic of the FaZe/Man City event, it was actually Jake Lucky who put the first tweet out over the last couple of days about Badboy Beaman. What he's put is, "Badboy Beaman, the type to accuse every pro in Warzone and then show up to a Manchester City event and take pics of him from across the room. Ain't this kind of weird, or is that just me?" We addressed this in a video yesterday. We pointed out that, listen, this was done in a joking manner, and if you actually go and watch the video and don't just look at a few still frames from it, you can see that this was done in a jesting manner. There was no ill intent from Badboy Beaman. It was a joke. However, Jake Lucky decided to get on board with this, decided to jump on it and make out that Badboy Beaman was in fact doing something more sinister, perhaps something like stalking these guys, when in fact he actually paid to enter, as did many others, and took pictures of some of the people there, as did many others. he also took some videos, which if you would like to see are actually on his main channel video, which is linked in the description below. This tweet from Jake Lucky was actually the first of a few tweets to go out regarding Badboy Beaman over the last 24 to maybe 36 hours. And what I'm going to show here, I want to just show all the tweets and show what's being said, because it does seem almost as if, now obviously this could be me putting my tinfoil hat on after all, but it does seem a little bit like it was almost coordinated, like it was almost organized. Now I'm not saying they got into a Discord group chat and all decided to go, listen, let's all put a tweet up about Badboy Beaman and let's, you know, try and kill his character again. They've been after him before, it's happened before. People have spoken negatively about him since he started his YouTube channel, and it will continue, I'm sure, for quite some time. But there did seem to be an awful lot of tweets from an awful lot of the usual suspects within a very short space of time. So maybe it was coordinated, maybe they just saw Jake Lucky's tweet and all decided to jump on the bandwagon. Who knows? And one last thing to say about some of the negative tweets regarding Badboy Beaman that did go out within this short space of time. Chrissy put out a tweet saying, if it wasn't so troublesome, I'd love to see all the streamers that have been slandered by this channel band together in a lawsuit and take this man down. So sad that he's able to get away with this. Now, I don't want to speak for Badboy Beaman, but I'll say this. He's covered a lot of Warzone streamers. A lot of Warzone streamers who have gone on to say how they're innocent and they're not cheating, and in some cases put out multiple videos defending themselves or put out multiple tweets defending themselves. Not one of them has ever tried to sue him. Not one of them has ever filed a lawsuit. Now, there can be complications when it's across country borders and whatnot, and that's understandable. But to sue someone from America or Canada or anywhere in Europe who's in the UK is not impossible. And if they thought they had a case, I'm pretty sure they would have gone to a lawyer before now. They would have filed a lawsuit before now. So maybe there's something in that. Maybe there's something in the fact that there has been no lawsuit. Thankfully, it's not all attacks on Triple B. There has been some support from some of his followers within all this Twitter drama that seems to have erupted. As you can see by some of the tweets that I'm showing on the screen right now as well, there's been some defense for Badboy Beaman from, you know, some of his loyal followers. However, what I'd like to point out is that these guys have got a very good point. People are starting to talk about Badboy Beaman like he was stalking people at this FaZe event. He attended that FaZe event, as did many other people who were adults as well. It wasn't all just children. Let's get that out the way as well. He took pictures and videos while at this event of the people that the event was centered around. That is in no way stalker-like behavior. If anything, that is normal behavior for someone attending an event like this. And in all honesty, it is content creator-like behavior. So I think we can do a little bit less on the over-exaggerations and the over-dramatization of the situation. If we have any more news regarding this or any more defamatory tweets going out regarding Badboy Beaman, we'll be sure to let you know here on BBB Gaming News. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Big Brother Beam, over and out.
Thank you very much for making it this far through the video, and if you did enjoy the video guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you fancy sharing the video out as well, it helps the channel massively. And if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and whack that notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily news uploads. You don't want to miss out. We have fun here. We give you the news on a daily basis, but also for anybody who can't watch the videos on the move, and you feel like you want to keep up to date with the news in other ways, we do have a website, www.bbbegamingnews.com. It's actually linked in the description of every single one of our videos. We put out multiple news articles about gaming related things across all boards, all different games, all different consoles, all different gaming news. Go and check it out, and thank you very much for watching once again.